Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. I didn't know how I'd think about her. I really didn't. I'm not a huge... I don't like race swapping at all for any reason whatsoever. It's kind of inexcusable. Jeffrey Wright didn't blow me away. I think it was fine as Commissioner Gordon. Again, don't race swap characters.
The new Batman movie is out, and this dude's terrible take on the superhero flick is getting more attention than the movie itself. But don't worry, there are no spoilers here. Welcome into TYT's Overruled. I am your host, Adrienne Lawrence. A Florida man named Ryan Kinel is getting the Twitter treatment right now for his review on The Batman, which hit theaters on Friday. I won't play the whole thing, but here are a few excerpts.
There were only a couple good people in this movie. You had Bruce Wayne, Batman, and you had Alfred. Those are the only two good white people. The rest of the three other major players that I would consider like overall like moral good people were, you had Jim Gordon, who's black in this. You had Catwoman, who's not white in this. And then you had the mayor, who's a black woman. Again, very much on the nose for current day Hollywood. Did not like that. Took a little bit off the score for me, to be honest.
As you'd imagine, Kinel's commentary is not one that you would expect from a self-described entertainment news YouTuber. Well, once Kinel realized that he was getting dragged for his post, as many were calling it bigoted and racist, he released this 11-minute response that seemed not to clarify much as it did confirm things. Here are a few excerpts.
So obviously, there are a couple people out there that have a little bit of a problem with things that I said in my review. What am I going to do? How will I ever recover from this? And so obviously what I'm talking about in this was a section where I talked about identity politics in this movie. No mention of the fact that I liked the movie. No mention of the fact that I gave it an 8 out of a 10. No mention of the fact that I said I thought it was really good. Just, well, he didn't like the fact that there were more good black people than good white people.
It seems Kinel wants kudos for liking the movie and making other comments about it. Yeah. Well, that's not usually how it works when you make something that people call a racist remark about a comic book movie. Most folks will focus on the racism. But back to Kinel.
And anyone with an IQ above room temperature could understand that what I'm talking about here is not simply, well, there were more good black people than good white people, so I didn't like it. It was talking about the fact that there were every other white person, every single white person in this movie was portrayed as evil. Every living white person in this movie was portrayed as an evil piece of garbage, except for Batman and Alfred. That's what the statement's talking about. That's what I'm trying to get across, is that even though I didn't ruin the movie for me, you can't get away from that agenda in Hollywood right now. That's obvious. We all understand and know that.
So let me get this right. The vast majority of the roles in this film went to white people, and the few roles that actually went to black people didn't make black people look bad, and that's why Kinel has an issue? So said another way, he preferred black actors be the bad guys. That's really interesting because on the one hand, you have white guys in Hollywood complaining about black people getting all of the roles, but now you have people like Kinel upset because white people are getting all the roles? I am so confused. But apparently, I don't have an IQ above lukewarm.
Calls for me to be canceled. I cannot wait to see what Twitter thinks about this. Metaverse says, hey, at YouTube, how is it you say you're against bigotry, hatred, etc. whenever you've allowed obvious bigots like this to run around and say whatever absolute fake nonsense they want on your platform?
Clearly, Kinel doesn't see the issue here. So let me see if I can break it down in my humble opinion, of course. As far as I see it, Kinel's comments are cloaked in racist rhetoric, and this is why. As Kinel admitted, there were white actors playing good guys, namely the main character of the entire film, Batman. But that's not good enough for Kinel. Black actors have to play bad guys in order for him to enjoy the film. Black people should be portrayed as bad. He notices when they're portrayed as good, and that disturbs him. So this disdain for not having black actors play bad people speaks to really how Kinel sees black people. And Kinel basically is begging for this kind of racist type of typecasting that we saw back in the day, where the criminal was generally black 99% of the time. And that really just served stereotypes that labeled black people as bad. And it's interesting because, of course, back in the day, 99% of superheroes were white. And I'm sure Kinel was not complaining about that. Or the vast majority of the superheroes now in films are still white, or they at least pass the brown paper bag test. Yet Kinel has no complaints. He only has complaints when it is the bad guys who aren't black. Yeah, I think I know who this guy is. It's good. You know what? He's also out here serving up dog whistles like identity politics just to justify his trash take. No. But what do you think? Do you think that Kinel's take is problematic? You hit me up in the comments. Also, hit that like and follow button, and thanks for watching.